All right, back out here at the drone park with the developer HP. I definitely didn't forget the touchscreen MK32 controller to go with it. So we're not going to have the video feed, but we are going to fly it without the controller to show that you still have control over the gimbal camera. We do have the MLRS radio, and really just want to make sure that this developer is still flight ready, flight worthy after some traveling and some exhibition that we've done with it. Hasn't seen any damage, but of course just want to verify that before it's sent off. This was definitely going to be its last flight before we send it off, but now we may do one more flight once we actually bring the controller out to the drone park or wherever we end up flying it next. So let's go ahead, make sure our radio is plugged in, and we'll set the HP out in the field over here yonder. Click, clack, click, clack, click, clack. All right. That ought to do. Give her power. We have company today. Actually, quite a bit of it. Some of the resident locals here at the drone park, as typical per Sunday. All right, I'm gonna do like the nerdy developer engineer move and actually check and make sure everything looks all right in QGroundControl, and by everything I mean there's no pre-arm messages or pre-arm warnings. We are connected, 6 satellites, definitely want to increase that count, probably 11, 12, ideally 10. We could probably get off the ground without much if any trouble. Do have the PlayStation controller to take flight, and as you can see, we have the mapping mission that we could still do here in QGroundControl that we set up on the controller. So again, you have full control over Develop Air without the controller using one of these radios. Just don't actually have the video feed that you can get back to your computer. SIYI, S-I-Y-I, that makes the gimbal thermal unit, the ZT6, is the name of this unit, and then there's the Air unit, and then the MK32 controller they make. They have a USB radio that can receive the video back in your computer if you don't want to use their big touchscreen controller, but that wasn't a part of this order, so therefore we're going without any video feed today. I'm going to remove this plan from the developer HP. Just going to plan flight, file, clear, yes. All right, and let's go over to loiter flight mode. It all looks good. All right, let's exit. Add a drone, connect to drone, STM32. We have satellite connection. And another, I guess, 2-in-1 sort of test that we're doing here, we were going to do separately until, again, I forgot the MK32 controller for this developer HP. Now that we're using the iVue RC app, instead of QGroundControl built into the controller, we are going to verify that this new functionality and new UI for the arming works correctly. It looks like it is working correctly, where the arm button is now green, showing that it should be ready to arm and take off without any problems. Yellow if there's a pre-arm message that you want to check out, like a compass calibration, or it still needs more GPS lock. And then red is not ready to arm, not ready to take off, and definitely you need to do some troubleshooting, some diagnosis, which you might have to switch over into QGroundControl or Mission Planner for. All right. Just plugging in the controller in case I need to take over, quote unquote, manually activating it. Just press the cross or X button on the gamepad. And we're going to zoom in to the developer HP's position. As you can see, we don't have the developer mini that has that H-flow sensor, but a rangefinder field has also been added. Again, no rangefinder on this developer HP, so that should stay at 0 feet, but I guess we'll verify that. We'll go ahead, fly drone, arm and fly, and just take off to 10 feet. Nice smooth flight. Let me switch it over into loiter flight mode, and now I'm flying it with the PlayStation controller. Nice. It is such a shame we don't have a photo or video recording option in iVue RC just yet. So if we go over to mod kits, and then we have the camera, we have gimbal control, and let me see if I can actually see if that's, it is moving the gimbal. So again, we have gimbal control, just not camera control for photo or video capture. QGroundControl does have those options. So just theoretically speaking, again, you have the ability to take photos and videos even without the MK32 controller, just no way of really verifying real time. It's capturing what you want, at least visually speaking. I mean, super smooth, stable flight. Some may say the most smooth, the most stable flight. What more could you want? Can maybe get a haircut while I'm at it. What more could you want, ladies and gentlemen? Look how beautiful this developer HP is. Who needs a DJI when you can build your own thermal camera rig, fly it with a PlayStation controller, or really any game controller? And with an update to the iVue RC app to do photo and video capture, I mean, this is about as good as it gets. If we were to build out another one of these, it would be about $3,000 cheaper, or at least $2,500 cheaper, as now there's a new thermal camera in the market for about $500 with the same specs as this one. And I'm just going to use the disarm button in the iVue RC app instead of just continuing to hold down the throttle. But that's it. Don't think we have anything else to show off in this video. Like I said, we may have one more flight with this developer, HP, just with the controller, do another mapping mission, have some updated specs where we weren't actually capturing photos with the right information. Long story short, I'll explain that more in the next video, but if you have any comments, questions, concerns in the meantime, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below or reach out directly. Otherwise, peace. Thanks for watching.